Hello students, welcome back to your computer science class. I am Mrs. Janisha and today we will do a quick revision of the chapter Cyber Safety. Now cyber safety is the safe and responsible use of internet and ICT, which is information and communication technology. Cyber safety is about not only keeping information safe and secure, but also being responsible with that information, being respectful for other people online. As per cyber safety, people are advised to use good netiquettes. Netiquettes are internet etiquette. Number one, we should safely browse the web. Viruses and malware spread easily and quickly through the websites or web browsing. Through clicking over the links found on the web pages or in an email by mistake, our computer can get infected. An infected computer can run slow, it can barrage us with pop-ups, it can download other programs without our permission, or even allow our sensitive personal information to others. Some tips for safe web browsing. Number one, common sense. Never ever respond to spam or disclose your personal information. Number two, use an antivirus and a firewall. This provides real-time malware protection. Number three, create strong passwords. Number four, mind your downloads. Be sure to review all the pre-checked boxes prompted at download and uncheck any extra application that we do not want to install. Number five, stay updated. Update your operating system, applications, and antivirus. Number two is identity protection. Protection against theft or personal information over cyberspace without consent, usually for financial gain, is known as identity protection. These are some tips to prevent the identity theft. Number one, you must use strong passwords and pins and also keep the passwords and pins very safe. You must create a login password for all devices and they must be separate. Beware of the phishing scams. Restore old computers to factory settings before selling them off. Encrypt your hard drive. Check security when shopping online. Especially when you're shopping online, you must check the links for the authenticity and you must be sure that you have not received an unsolicited email. Take lots of care when you're posting anything on social media. Always visit the security tab or the security settings of your social media accounts and avoid posting any personal information publicly or publicly checking into any space whereby you're giving out your whereabouts to potential threats. Secure your home Wi-Fi network and avoid using insecure public Wi-Fi network. The next important part of online surfing is confidentiality of information. Allows authorized users to access sensitive information and secured data maintains the confidentiality of information. Tips to protect information confidentiality. Number one, build strong passwords. Number two, use multi-factor authentication. A computer user is granted access only after successfully presenting two or more pieces of evidence. Masking. The free version of MaskMe creates an alternate email address whenever a website asks for a user's email. Emails from that site can be accessed via a MaskMe inbox or forwarded to a user's regular email account. Next is private browsing and safe browsing. Purpose of private browsing is to avoid leaving a history of your browsing in the browser's history on the computer that you are using. You should use an updated browser for safe browsing and browse privately when you're using someone else's computer or a public computer. Encryption. Use HTTPS based websites, as HTTPS ensures data security over the network, mainly public networks like Wi-Fi. HTTP is not encrypted and it is vulnerable to attackers. PGP is a popular program used to encrypt and decrypt in email over the internet. It also authenticates messages with digital signatures and encrypts stored files. Avoid using public Wi-Fi and public computer whenever possible. Cyber safety, social networks, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, LinkedIn, Dignic, Meetup, etc. These are a number of social networking sites and tools that are exploding nowadays. These are becoming soft tools to attack a target of scam. Tips to stay safe on the social media. You must use a strong password and use different passwords for different social media websites. Also, password protect your devices if you are using social media apps. Be very selective with the friend requests you receive. Be careful when sharing anything with anybody. Become very familiar with the privacy policies of the social media websites you are using. Install an antivirus. Always log off when you are done with the social media work. Create a smaller social network. Cyber trolls and cyberbullying. Cyber trolling is an internet slang for a person who intentionally starts arguments or upsets others by posting inflammatory remarks. The sole purpose of trolling is angering people, to entertain, to argue, to upset the victim, and to gain attention. Cyberbullying. Saying or doing mean things to the person online. It is a harm inflicted through using the internet, ICT devices, or mobile phones. The purpose of cyberbullying is to get revenge, to harass someone, to threaten, or to humiliate. Cyber stalking. Doing research on every aspect of the person's life. Cyber harassment. Continuously contacting the person online even if they do not want to talk to you. Appropriate use of social network. Social network refers to the web and mobile technologies or their social practices to share content, thoughts, ideas, opinions, experiences, etc. online. Various examples of social networks are Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and many other blogging sites. Problems to avoid when using social network: cyber trolling, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, and cyber harassment. Stranger is danger. Children are advised to not interact with strangers on social networks, as there are chances that many people on the social media are not who they say they are. Digital footprint: the history of a person's usage of digital devices, movie search, programs watched, flights searched, websites surfed, credit card transactions, cell phone calls, social media messages sent, links clicked, and Facebook pages liked, etc. Such information is being used to target ads to consumers, as these are the digital footprint of such consumers. A lie can travel halfway around the world before the truth has got its roots. This phrase totally fits with rumors spread over social media. On an average, it takes more than 12 hours for a false claim to be debunked online, whereas only 2 hours for a true claim. A standard model of rumor spreading is given by Daly and Kendall, which is called the DK model. In this model, there are n people in total, which are categorized into three groups: ignorants, spreaders, and stiflers. When a spreader meets an ignorant, the ignorant turns into a spreader. When two spreaders meet with each other, one of them becomes a stifler. And when a spreader meets a stifler, the spreader will lose the interest in spreading the rumor and turn into a stifler. Common usage rules for social networking websites are: do not be rude or abusive to anyone, don't spread rumors, you are what you write or tweet, face your problems, don't post or don't Facebook your problems, don't take it too seriously, don't use fake names, protect your identity, respect others' sentiments, don't fight online, and monitor all your comments. These are the computer security threats. Malware. Malware is, it could be a computer virus, a worm, a Trojan horse, a dishonest spyware, and malicious activities. Computer virus is a small piece of software that can spread from one infected computer to another. It can corrupt, steal, or delete data on your computer or hard drive. Trojan horse. It can do anything from record your passwords by locking the keystrokes, also known as a keylogger, to hijacking your webcam and watch and record your every move. A computer worm is a software program that can copy itself from one computer to another without any human interaction. Spam are the unwanted messages in your inbox. Phishing are fraudulent attempts by cybercriminals to obtain private information. For example, a message may prompt asking for your personal information by pretending that the bank or the email service provider is updating their websites. Spyware. Spyware is used to spy on the victim. A keylogger software that records a victim's every keystroke on his or her keyboard. Adware shows unwanted ads while surfing the internet. Eavesdropping is the act of intercepting communication between two points. How to prevent or remove adware or malware. Uninstall the malicious programs from Windows. Use antivirus program for malware and unwanted programs. Reset the browser settings to their original defaults. Scan for malicious programs, antivirus, anti-malware programs. How do you prevent or move a virus? Beware of the fake download buttons. Use a secure browser. Avoid public torrent sites. Don't open email attachments forwarded to you. Don't use your PC's admin account. Scan all new files and disks. How to prevent or remove a Trojan. Never open unsolicited emails from unknown senders. Avoid downloading and installing programs unless you fully trust the publisher. Use firewall software and use a fully updated antivirus program. A secure connection refers to the connection which is incremented by one or more security protocols for security of data flowing between two or more nodes. When it is not encrypted, it can be easily listened by anyone with the knowledge on how to do it. SSL, Secure Socket Layer. This is a computer networking protocol which is used for insecure network between the network application clients and the server. Due to different flaws, SSL was deprecated for use on the Internet by the Internet Engineering Task Force in 2015 by the Transport Layer Security (TLS) protocol. Both are not interoperable. TLS is a backward compatible with SSL 3.0. TLS encrypts data moving over the network or internet to ensure that anybody will not be able to see what it is transmitting. It is useful for private and sensitive information such as passwords, credit card numbers, and personal correspondence. TLS uses a combination of symmetric and asymmetric cryptography, both for better security. With symmetric cryptography, data is encrypted and decrypted with a secret key known both to the sender and the recipient. Typically 128 but preferred 256-bit in length. Symmetric cryptography uses a common secret key which is shared in a secured manner. Asymmetric cryptography uses two keys, a public key and a private key. The public key of the recipient to be used by the sender to encrypt the data they wish to send to them. But that data can only be decrypted by the private key of the recipient. Another secure connection is HTTPS. HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP. HTTP is the protocol over which data is sent between your browser and the website server. HTTPS pages typically use one of the two secure protocols to encrypt communications, SSL or TSL. Eavesdropping is a man-in-the-middle attack, and the message is passed from the client to the server. The solution to this problem are to decrypt the message and to encrypt the channel. Both are appropriate in different situations. To prevent eavesdropping in any kind of communication channel can be achieved by using of secure tunneling of your channel data. Phishing are the fraudulent attempts by the cyber criminals to obtain private information. For example, a prompt message of asking for your personal information from your bank or email service provider stating that they are updating their website can appear. There are various phishing techniques used by the attackers. Embedding a link in an email to redirect to an unsecure website that requests sensitive information. Installing a Trojan via a malicious email attachment. Spoofing the sender's address in an email to appear as a reputable source and request sensitive information. Attempting to obtain information over the phone by impersonating a known company vendor. Some steps to protect against phishing is to deploy a spam filter, keep all the systems current with the latest security patches and updates, install an antivirus solution, develop a security policy, deploy a web filter to block malicious websites, and encrypt all sensitive information. Identity verification methods. Knowledge-based authentication, KBA. It is by asking them to answer specific security questions. Two-factor authentication. Not only a password and a username, but also something that the user has with them. Database solutions. Behavioral patterns to detect if an online ID is authentic, a fraudster, or a bot. Online identity verification, a mix of artificial intelligence, computer vision, and verification experts to determine if a government-issued ID is authentic and belongs to the user. Biometric verification, by which a person can be uniquely identified by evaluating one or more distinguishing biological traits. So this was a quick revision of the chapter. Yeah, a few things were not a part of this chapter, but still they were very informative, so I did want to explain it to y'all. With this, children, I am going to end this class. Read your textbooks thoroughly, take it as your Bible. Your paper will be set from your textbook itself. With this, children, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thanks.